Hello and a very warm welcome to the Oxenford Studios, where you join us for the 15th session of boxing in the 2018 Commonwealth Games boxing tournaments for men and women. We are at the semi-final stage of the tournament, and today we have 14 bouts coming your way in this session. All of the athletes in action today already guaranteed at least Commonwealth Games bronze, but now that they are at this final fourth stage, they have the ambition of making it through to contest Commonwealth Games gold. It was a rest day for the athletes yesterday, so they are back in the ring, refreshed and raring to go in a bid to book their place in the finals. We've got action from the women's flyweight, women's lightweight, men's light fly, men's fly, 60 kilogram lightweight, 64 kilogram light welterweight, and men's heavyweight divisions coming your way today. It's a very busy program indeed, and home nations boxers feature prominently. 9 contests will feature boxers from either England, Wales, Scotland or Northern Ireland. And it promises to be an action-packed session of bouts featuring some incredible talent from those nations and across the Commonwealth as well. My name's Ronald McIntosh. I'll be your lead commentator for this 15th session of boxing, and I'm delighted to say that joining us in the co-commentator chair is former Commonwealth Games gold medalist and professional champion in the super middleweight ranks for the WBC, and that man is Richie Woodall. Morning, Richie.
Morning, Ronald. Yeah, looking forward to a couple of good sessions of boxing today. And I think we're getting to the business end of the tournament now. And like you've said, all these boxers who are getting medals, they want to turn those bronzes into silvers and golds. So the quality is really coming through, and we're going to see some, I think, some close contests today.
So we'll pick things up with the women's flyweight semi-final, featuring boxers from Australia and England in just a few moments' time.
Your head up, no holding, no low blow. Listen to my command all the time. Shake hand. Good luck.
We are underway in the women's 51 kilogram flyweight semi-final. Both of these boxers guaranteed a medal. It's between athletes from Australia and England. And the boxer wearing red is Australia's Taylah Robertson, 19 years of age. And this is her first bout of the tournament. She became the first medalist at the 2018 Commonwealth Games without stepping into the boxing ring when she's received a bye directly through to the semi-final stage. Just 7 boxers comprising the women's flyweight division. And so this is the 8th day of competition, the 9th day overall, because yesterday was a rest day in the boxing tournaments. And Taylah Robertson from Townsville competing in her first bout of the tournament, already a guaranteed bronze medalist. Her opponent is Lisa Whiteside, 32 years of age, from Chorley. She's had a long wait to make her impression on the national side. And here she is, fighting to go through to the Commonwealth Games gold medal bout. It's been a bright start by both boxers.
Tactics playing the simple for Lisa Whiteside. Good right hand to the body there. Looks that right hand also over the top. She's in against a taller opponent. She knows she's got to set the pace. She knows she's got to get to her opponent. That's why she started this contest very well and very quick indeed. She's got to close that gap down and throw plenty of combinations. She's in against Robertson, who's making a debut rather in this tournament. Had to wait a long time to box, but she's tall, rangy, got the crowd behind her. So Whiteside wants to silence that crowd, get to her, and that's why she's on that front foot. She's not had a bad round here as Lisa Whiteside, but Robertson now, he's just starting to find her range and keeping that gap, and that's what Whiteside has got to cut out. She's got to close the gap down and put loads of pressure on.
She's doing that effectively as Whiteside through this portion of the opening round. Nice left hook on the retreat, followed by a left-right upstairs. Good work to the body, and then a jolting left jab. Robertson tries to come back with a 2-shot salvo of her own, and this is terrific action. Both boxers enjoying success, but Whiteside effectively applying pressure, stalking her opponent, and then once she gets inside, working her way to both head and body.
Really important that Lisa Whiteside uses the double jab as well, Ronald, here. Double jab, right hand combination, and then when she closes that gap down, maybe switch the attack downstairs, work this Australian's body. That was a good shot there from Whiteside. So again, plenty of pressure, good tactics, and she means business, Lisa Whiteside.
Incessantly on the front foot, walking down her opponent. An action-packed 3 minutes in this 51 kilogram flyweight semi-final.
Some action here. Whiteside on the front foot, worked well downstairs to the body there. Robertson trying to keep her distance, keeping the punches long and straight, but Whiteside was having none of it. She's closing that gap down, throwing lots of punches. Good right hand there, just falls in, but just comes back with a straight left also. So the tactics from the English camp, I think, are spot on. Whiteside is getting to her opponent.
So into the second round then. Lee Pullen instructing Lisa Whiteside that she's to have a tight defense and employ the double jab. Robertson with a good right cross over the top, hands down by her belt line. She looks as though she's trying to play the role of counter puncher now, just waiting, but then she takes a bent arm left. While she was waiting to try and launch her own counter attack, Lisa Whiteside employing aggression very effectively indeed, and that was a good right hand to the body after she shipped a right hand over the top from Robertson. This is a really tactical encounter.
It's important that Whiteside keeps the pressure on, doesn't give this girl any time or space at all. That's good from Whiteside. Robertson wants to slow the action down a little bit, needs to see these attacks coming, so she wants to slow the pace down. So it's important for Whiteside just to keep going, Keep on that front foot, that's good. But you heard Lee Pullen say, double that jab up, close that gap down. But she's doing really well here, Whiteside.
Minute gone in the second round. And the action has been just as hot as it was in the first. Taylah Robertson, oh, it's a beautiful left-right by the boxer in red, but then look at the return salvo from Whiteside, and a looping right hand around the corner got through.
She probably needs a little bit more head movement, Whiteside, as she's going forward, just to avoid the shots. See, she's getting caught there, but she's just slowed her feet a little bit now as Whiteside. Probably the pace of the contest is just affecting her slightly, so she's got to keep it going. A little bit more head movement, but that's better again from Lisa Whiteside.
Robertson looking to box on the back foot and pick off her advancing opponent, but make no mistake, Whiteside is having success over that front foot. Mentioned the fact that Robertson picked up a bronze without throwing a single shot. It's not the first time that has happened. Good defensive work from Whiteside, blocking that shot with a left arm. It's not the first time that's happened in Commonwealth Games history, because back in 1986, the games in Edinburgh, games which was boycotted by a lot of African nations, Robertson working well with the jab, there were only 3 boxers entered into the super heavyweight division, and the Welshman, Anurin Evans, was given a bye straight to the final, where he was beaten by Lennox Lewis. Generally, you need more than 3 boxers for the medals to be determined, but because of the boycott, the organisers decided that all 3 entrants would receive medals.
I think the eye-catching work here is coming from Whiteside. I think she's catching her opponent with some great shots. Robertson desperate to keep the gap and to punch straight. But I think Whiteside again has had a good round here. She's on that front foot. She keeps throwing the shots. Plenty of sustained pressure. Yeah, she's done well.
You're not tired, your body's light, okay? You're fit, you're strong, you're tough. You're not tired, don't tell me you're tired.
So Robertson there, just trying to keep her distance. Wasn't a bad 1-2 from the Australian, but Whiteside comes back at her, right hand over the top, trying to close the gap down there. Good right hand there from Whiteside, and again. So she keeps it going, she sustains the pressure. And again, I think she had a decent round, Lisa Whiteside. Probably a little bit more head movement just to avoid punches as she's coming forward. But you can see she's boxing well on that front foot.
Feel good? Yeah. You're boxing well, but you can box a little bit better than that. Yeah. Step it out, okay?
Well, what a third round we have in prospect here. It's been an action-packed contest so far. Lisa Whiteside told her coach Lee Pullen as she lands with a good right left and then a good right hand as well. She told her coach Lee Pullen as she takes a hard right hand to the body before landing with a body shot of her own. Good left jab from Robertson. But she was saying to Lee Pullen, I was feeling tired. Pullen told her immediately, your body's playing tricks on you. You're not tired, you're fit, you're strong. Good right hand pot shot from Robertson. In stark contrast, she told her coach, Kevin Smith, that she's feeling good. He's saying she can box better than she has in the opening 2 rounds. Who will hold up physically here? Who will be able to impose their style on this contest that is being keenly contested to this point?
She's got to keep her right hand a little bit higher, Lisa Whiteside, as she's going forward. But I'm sure she'll get a second win. She's put a lot of work into this contest, these first 2 rounds. She's the one that's forced the pace and the pressure. I still think she's doing really well. So yeah, Lee Pullen's quite right there. Psychologically, he's trying to rouse his boxer. And I think she's doing okay.
Robertson boxing effectively on the back foot during that portion, spearing her opponent with a couple of left rights, cuffing right hand over the top from Whiteside, approaching the midpoint of this 3rd and final round. Taylah Robertson, the reigning Australian national champion. Lisa Whiteside, the 2017 British champion, adding to the English title she won last year. And the reigning European Championship bronze medalist, already emulating that accomplishment by making it through to the Commonwealth Games podium here. But she wants so much more.
Whiteside just got to concentrate on her accuracy a little bit better. Robertson is open to that right hand over the top. keeps dropping that left hand. The girl in red, Whiteside's got to close the gap down. She's got to get there and then whip that shot over the top. Coming into the last minute now. Lisa Whiteside got to go through the gears again, raise the tempo.
Robertson again waiting, trying to lure her opponent in. She now gets onto the front foot for a rare occasion in this contest. Back comes Whiteside behind the jab. Good left hook from Whiteside. But she's surely got to get back onto that front foot, because at this type of distance you would suspect that it favours the Australian boxer. Nice left right from her on the back foot. Whiteside gets through with a straight shot of her own, but that was first and third boxing from Robertson.
Good work on the inside there from Lisa Whiteside, switching the attack, body to head. Again, she's going for it these last 10 seconds now, crucial.
Well, both boxers continuing to let their hands go right up until the final bell. What a contest we've just witnessed to determine who will go through to the gold medal bout in the 51 kilogram flyweight division. Taylah Robertson on a Commonwealth Games debut boxed very well indeed on the back foot. Lisa Whiteside was impressive on the front foot. How will the 5 scoring judges see this one? It's a very keenly fought affair where both boxers had their moments.
In terms of effort, I don't think there's anything else that Lisa Whiteside could have done. She's given absolutely everything here on that front foot, forcing the pace, switching the attacks from body to head, closing that gap down. She's done really well indeed. Robertson was just trying to box at distance. Which way will it go?
It's Whiteside! Lisa Whiteside, the 32-year-old, goes through to the gold medal bout, where she'll look to emulate the accomplishment of Nicola Adams, who took Commonwealth Games gold in Glasgow 4 years ago. Lisa Whiteside, a split decision winner, 3-2, and it's an incredibly tight decision, an incredibly tight win, but she gets the verdict over the 19-year-old Australian Taylah Robertson. It's a case of one and done for the teenager from Australia, but Lisa Whiteside absolutely ecstatic. Her incessant pressure, her effective aggression paying dividends. A warm embrace from Lee Pullen, who raised her psychologically, telling her that she's not tired and she does have more to give. Gary Hale with a warm embrace as well. What a team effort it's been, but make no mistake, it's Lisa Whiteside who was in there carrying out the instructions of the corner, and she did so to a T. She's through to the final.
Fantastic stuff from Whiteside, thoroughly deserved that. Right from the word go, they got the tactics right. She was on that front foot, closing the gap down. We thought, you know, we knew it was close, Ronald, you know, and she's against an Australian girl who's on home soil, and it was very close indeed. But in terms of the effort, she deserved the victory. She's the one that got the tactics right, forced the pressure, and just would not give up. She just kept going. Her passion for victory was clear to see, and she's got there. Well done, Lisa Whiteside. She kept it going. All she got to do now, Ron, is turn it into gold.
So she now knows she will be contesting top spot on the podium, silencing the crowd here at the Oxford Studios. It's Whiteside who will go through to the gold medal bout. Who will her opponent be? Semi-final.